All right, Kyle, let's take a look at your paper MLA format first. All right, MLA format. This looks good. All of this looks good. This is a little bit of a misnomer because I could swim and still die. I understand you're getting to the concept that it's going to make you healthier, you could save a life, that kind of stuff too. But I think you probably need to work on that title a little bit. All right, so that was a little bit confused when I first saw this because you start off with this idea that they only know how to swim, but really it's the ability to save someone's life if they were swimming. And then you get into the idea of actual competitive swimming because then you get into strokes, the number of people that swim every day in America, what a practice looks like, and they fail to realize that swimming has a number of effects that can, help them out. Now, if eventually you go back to swimming is going to help you save a life someday, which I'm thinking that's where you're going, okay, I'll agree with this thing. I think this beginning part. I think you need to tie it in a little bit better, though, because I would think as far as what you're trying to talk about, this is a better way to start at the idea that, only 400,000 people know how to are swimmers, competitive swimmers every day. So you really need to look down and see if that's where you're going. Now you quote this, but you don't quote this. So where does the statistic come from? Is it still this? And I know I told you about, only if you have a statistic after statistic after statistic can you use the source once. But I don't know who Stewart is, so you got to make sure that you add that in there. However, when people fail to realize the countless number of effects that swimming has on someone when that person commits himself to swimming. And then you get into your main points. I'm assuming is that the effects on the heart, the body, and the mind. You're still missing a thesis statement here. So I still need that message statement about swimming. And that would maybe make it more clear where you're going to go with each body paragraph for the reader. What is really going to be the ultimate message about the effects of swimming? Is it something that's going to save a life? Is it something that we just need to know because it's going to make us a better individual overall? I don't know, but you need to figure that out. All right, so still topic sentences is weak. One of the first effects is the cardiovascular and respiratory benefits. Again, that will do what for you? Okay, make you healthier, something like that. Have that concept in there. You don't need that comma there, by the way. So you talk about some good statistics. You talk about blood pressure and the workout that happens and the muscles being used, the blood that's pumping. So all this is really good stuff. You get to the VO2 max, which I'm assuming is information that you probably just know yourself. But again, if you need to cite something, make sure you cite it. And then the only thing that I got here, I think you worded this wrong. And the stronger the VO2 max, the more efficient, stronger, and overall faster swimmer you'll become, I think is what you meant to say. So I think you need to add on to that a little bit. Transitional statement, God bless your heart, from speech class. You kind of know how to do this already. It's important to address the other muscles conjointly affected by swimming. Yes, you have a transition. Yes, it's not bad. I bet, Kyle, I'm going to push you a little bit. I bet you can make this even stronger. Not just that, it's important to address the other muscles. Just say, while the hearts and lungs are working during swimming, the other muscles are also blah, 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 something like that. So I think you can make us much, much stronger there. But there's a lot of good information in here. Good concepts, good, use of words. I don't have much problem with that first body paragraph. All right, so your third body paragraph is about the overall muscular system that is working because of this. I don't know if there's a strong topic sentence in here quite yet. You start off with a definition, which, by the way, since you have the period at the end, you don't need the period right here. You also don't need the comma right here. But I'm trying to figure out what exactly would be your topic sentence. This is kind of actually getting close to it, but I need to know that what exactly your topic, the idea that swimming helps your muscles, blah, 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 which will help you do what. So you need to have a real strong topic sentence in here that I don't think is quite here yet. And maybe I'm missing it, but I don't really see one that I think would work as well. This one doesn't seem as strong as your last body paragraph as far as, you still have good information in here. I like the idea that it increases weight loss, more energy, and lower risk of developing certain diseases. Could you even name some of those diseases as a way? Maybe even add a little bit, not necessarily using I, but add some your own voice in there as far as, who wouldn't want to be resistant to that and have the ladies look at them. I don't know, something. And again, I would challenge you. You can create stronger transitions than this, Kyle. It's a pretty weak transition. So you need to obviously work on that. Looking at your last body paragraph, holy cow, nice long paragraph here about the mental benefits of swimming. So can't wait to see this. All right, so good topic sentence. You used you, can't use you. Make sure you get rid of that. This whole paragraph, I'm not going to lie to you, Kyle, probably one of the best paragraphs I've read so far in on all the papers. You do a great job of mixing in statistics. You talk about, application to real life. You use a quote in here, which is a lot of people didn't use quotes to kind of back them up. They use statistics, but not a lot of quotes. They're not, I'm not going to lie to you, they're not like awesome words, but they're voice words. They create your voice. Hustle and bustle of the day, the calmness of the water, no matter how freezing the pool may be, recuperate. You don't need the comma there, by the way. So I really like the flow of it. And how it works out. I think it's just good. You have a nice, decent sentence there at the end. Again, could you word that a little bit stronger? Maybe overall. But I really like this paragraph. I really think it flows well. It's a nice little paragraph to end your body on. So kudos to you for that. So this is the idea of your thesis statement, which you need in your introduction at the end. So I like that it's here. It's perfect for here, but it needs to be elsewhere as well in the introduction. So make sure you add it in there. Go through your main points, which everything looks good here. Here's another thing that I'm going to push you as you think about essay writing with me, and as you think about speech writing, hopefully in speech 2 next year. Wink, wink. Really elongate that last statement. I don't want to see you have one sentence last clinchers. I want to see a little more atmosphere to this end part, and maybe even tie it back to saving a life. You can pick up a goggles and dive in himself, and when you dive in, you're helping yourself and maybe others. I don't know, something. I just feel like it needs to be elongated just a little bit more. So I'm really going to push you, Cal, to do that and get better at that. Holy cow, I forgot to go back and look. You was spaced way down too far. So obviously you need to come back and fix that. Looks like, yeah, that was the one Stewart quote that you forgot to cite in your introduction. So you'll want to go do that. Make sure you cite that. I think everything else you cited all right. You use a lot of sources, geez. So make sure you do that and go back and fix those spaces. Kyle, pretty good paper. I really enjoyed it. I can definitely tell you're one of my disciples of speech class with the way you organize and the way that your voice comes through. So kudos to you on that. So good job. Maybe fix a few things, but we'll see what it looks like for maybe a rewrite later.